Okay, so Splatoon 3 is releasing in less than 4 months, and we already know a fair bit about the game. The release date trailer for Splatoon 3 showed off a Turf Wars match, and yes, the game does look good, but I'm kinda worried about Splatoon 3 and the Splatoon series, and so in this video I'm going to be talking about why. Let's begin. Alright, so what made the original Splatoon so special to me was how different it was. Splatoon was nothing like any other shooter I had ever seen before. Instead of being a dimly lit first-person game where you just shot at your opponents, Splatoon was bright and colourful and you were a squid that shot paint at your opponents. And even then, shooting at your opponents wasn't the goal. So 10-year-old me was really interested in the game, and so I bought it and loved it. Then the Nintendo Switch rolled around and Splatoon 2 was announced. And the core online gameplay didn't look very different. Yes, it looked better visually and there was going to be actual offline content in the game this time, but other than some new guns and abilities, the online gameplay looked very similar to the gameplay in the original Splatoon. So I didn't want to buy the game when I felt like I had already experienced everything it had to offer. Then in February of 2021, Splatoon 3 was announced, and I'm definitely gonna get flamed in the comments for saying this, but Turf Wars looked so similar. Yes, the story mode looked incredible, there was a bus and that tower from Canada was there, but the core online gameplay is what I care about, and it didn't look that different. Obviously there were new guns and abilities, but there had to be. Now more recently with the release date trailer, Nintendo showed off a full unedited match of Turf Wars in Splatoon 3, and yes, it does look good, the music's great, the new abilities seem like so much fun, but is it enough for a whole new game? The Call of Duty and FIFA series are constantly getting shit on by people for releasing games every year that don't change anything. Other than some new guns or players, the core gameplay stays the same. There are always new story modes, but no one really cares about them. It's the online gameplay that people care about. So it kind of worries me that Splatoon 3 is heading down the path that Call of Duty has paved. If you're a die-hard Splatoon fan, of course you're gonna disagree with everything I've said in this video, and I'm not blaming you, but ask yourself this: would you want the Splatoon series going down the path of getting annual or biannual releases, with the only new additions to the core gameplay being new abilities and weapons? Would you genuinely want this? Because I can genuinely see the Splatoon series going down this path. It was a huge shock to everyone when Splatoon 3 was announced, because we thought that the Splatoon series was going to be like the Smash Bros series, with each game being full of content and changes, but only one game being on each Nintendo system. But I guess that's just not the case. So depending on how much longer the Nintendo Switch is Nintendo's main system, I very well see there being another Splatoon game on the Switch. And whether that's a good thing or not, only time will tell. I don't know if I made this video too early or if I should have waited for more information on the game to be released, whether that's for a Splatoon Direct or a trailer or something like that, but this is just how I'm feeling about Splatoon 3, and so I made this video. And won't you look at that, the video's done. Bye.